all to the 6th CIPR University of Nairobi graduation. Can we all be upstanding for the anthems? It's official now. We are kicking it off. Just a little bit more patience. Okay. Okay. So it seems we'll have to sing. We'll have to do this. Okay. So, E Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu. Haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna dare the East African anthem. Let's just take that as the anthems and the prayers. You can all have a seat. But before we have a seat, please, let's just do one random shout. It's a big day. It's a celebration day. Just one. Sorry? Please go ahead. Tutimize na malengo yetu. Tuilinde. Tuimarike. Woo! Thank you so much. That is Frank. Thank you so much, Frank. Yes, that's the spirit. Thank you so much, Frank. So we can go ahead and do one round of applause before we have a seat. Woo! Welcome once again to the 6th CIPR University of Nairobi graduation. My name is Esther Nekesa. I work here at the University of Nairobi at the Corporate Affairs Office. And I also work at the CIPR Accredited Teaching Center, both as an administrator and as a tutor. It's so lovely to have you here and to see that the day has finally, come to pass. And most of us are meeting for the first time. So really, it's a day of networking, a day of getting to know each other, and a day of celebrating all your hard work. So we are supposed to start with a round of introductions. I'll get a roaming mic. When you get your chance, please introduce yourself, say your name, where you work, and then you give us a little bit testimonial, a little bit of your experience going through the CIPR Accredited Teaching Center. And also, you can tell us if you have guests. It will be your time to introduce your guests, your family, friends, relatives, anyone that has accompanied you. Is that okay? Yes. So thank you. We can start from Frank, then that table first.
Okay, thank you. Morning, everyone. Congratulations to us. My name is Frank Mugabi, and I head communications at Uganda's National Agricultural Research Organization. It's been a pleasure undertaking this course at the university here. I would like to thank so much the team, Professor, and your team. Would like to thank you so much for ably guiding us through this. I've been telling my colleagues that it's a thrilling experience. On the other side, it is a bit traumatic because you spend so many, panic moments, but you get through them. And if you get to the crossing line like now, you pat yourself on the back and say, I've made it. I'd like to congratulate all of us. You said you could introduce our people we moved with. Allow me to introduce my delegation. I've been escorted by my beautiful sister. She's called Brenda, and she's been also joined by her beautiful husband, Derek. Handsome. That means you're too handsome. So, yeah, in all ways, which is good. So that's the team that has accompanied me here. But of course, everybody is behind us and they congratulate us. They have sent you regards as a university for sailing us through this course, and we look forward to sending you more candidates now that a good job has been done. For now, I'll end there, and I wish all of us a beautiful day.
Good morning to you all. Yes, all protocol observed. Welcome to all of you. Good morning. Where do I start? CIPR, wow. A very, very humbling experience. Before I give my experience, I forgot to introduce where I work. I work with the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. I'm a senior communication officer. Yes, so CIPR, my name. Oh, there you go. That is CIPR for you. It's been a journey. Trauma. Anyway, my name is Paul Natamba. I was part of the cohort of 2024, 25, yes. I had a very interesting experience. Never had such mental gymnastics. Like gymnastics, I honestly thought I was going to drop out at some point. I was like, what's this? Anyway, I salute you all, comrades. All of you who are here, you're soldiers. You people, you made it. Wow, Kongs. I want to thank the professors. Thank you so much for this experience. I thought I knew all about communication. I've been doing it for 15 years, and I thought I knew it all until I joined this course, and I had to humble myself. I was really, really humbled. I humbled myself. I learned. I did research. I've learned how to do research better. I know now how to evaluate campaigns. Guys, give me your coins. I'm not a consultant. When I leave here, please, I'm going to give you my number. Share with your friends. I also do business across East Africa. So I'll be here in Kenya doing business. Please recommend. The name is Paul Natamba again, right? Yeah, so anyway, thank you. Thank you to my colleagues. Some of them are, they know. Carla, Apollo, Frank, most of you, you know how this experience was for us and it bonded us. So above studying, we actually bonded, and I think we are going to do work together. We shall do business together, and we shall keep consulting each other on the different work that we do in the different spaces that we are in. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Masi Mwangi. I think I'm the oldest. 3 years old. I decided to challenge myself with CIPR. And the way I started this journey is very funny because somebody was trying to show me how she's good in evaluation in office. I'd already started my master's in leadership in ILU the same year in January. But when she kind of tried to challenge me, I worked with Nairobi Water in corporate affairs as an officer. But she was kind of trying to downsize me. I don't know how to do research. So I told her, I'll do it. And to be in CC, I started. It seemed so easy, but it was, it's something you cannot even explain. I did it very well in the first assignment and the second assignment. I think I congratulated myself. And come to the third assignment for evaluation. It was crazy. I could do research for one campaign. I complete. I have 6,000, 7,000 words. I'm done with the paper. And then again, I called Mr. Orindi. He tells me, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. And then again, you're supposed to do campaign, blah, blah, blah. Then I start all over again. Then I go on to another. I can assure you for the third assignment, I had done about 5 campaigns. Only to realize I'm doing the wrong thing. But, and that's how I had to redo it. Now, when I was to redo it, I was very conversant with the campaign I'd done. Only to be told by Neema, no, you have to do the campaign where you're working. I had to do it again. But I thank Mr. Orindi and Neema because without them, I don't know what I could have done. It came a point where I could even call Nekesa. I kind of feel like a bother because I have too many questions. And it's like not, I asked Mr. Orindi, I think I understand. I go back to Neema. I think I understand. Then I ask Nekes. Then I'm looking for students to sit down and explain. Am I understanding the right thing? But it was not easy. But I thank God this far. We are here. Congratulations to us. And we thank God.
A very good morning to you all. Yes, my name is Apollo Monginda. I am the head of communications at the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development of the Republic of Uganda. I'm very pleased to join you here at the University of Nairobi for this momentous occasion. I want to take this opportunity to thank the faculty, especially our professor, Mr. Rindi, and the team for a lot of hard work and for tolerating our disturbance. I can assure you we disturbed you. We took your wires off in quotes, but we were very persistent because we knew what we wanted. I want to congratulate my team, my course-mates, especially cohort 2025, and especially the ASAs. They know themselves. It wasn't easy, but we are here, and I want to thank you all, and I want to also bring regards from my ministry, the Permanent Secretary and Secretary of the Treasury, and the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, who sanctioned my travel here to be part of this graduation. I thank you very much. I also have to thank our parents who are here, who are many to come to be part of this occasion. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Catherine Gatetua. I work at the Kenya Institute for Public Policy Research and Analysis. That's CIPR. And it would make you feel excited that there was a course in research. But I was very humbled, extremely humbled, having been working in an environment that does research. And then you enter CIPR, you realize that there's research and then there's CIPR research. So there's some campaigns you would want to assess and analyze, and you realize in the environment that you're in, it doesn't give you the opportunity to actually see your work at a global scale, which is now that narrow tunnel vision that I had experienced when I started working at my current organization. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, having gone through this course, that I now see the work that is being done at my institution in terms of the communication aspect of it at a global perspective. And I will never forget how we've been shown that the British, the UK government does their national campaigns. That has always been at the back of my mind when I consider doing a public awareness campaign or an engagement campaign that has some policy aspects to it. And I'm very grateful for that. I might not have seen it had I not come to this space. I'm also thankful for the people I met, especially the Ugandan friends. We had a lot of them in our unit, in our cohort. It was nice to see from their perspectives and the things they do. And for 3 people, special thank you to them. That is Nekesa, Mr. Rindi, and Neema. Had it not been for them, I wouldn't have submitted most of my assignments. I'd still be postponing to submit them. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mariam Ramadan Nanono, and I serve as a communication officer at the Electricity Regulatory Authority. It's the version of IPRA in Kenya. So I would like to introduce my parents I moved with. They can stand up and do the little. So I'm very happy because this is my first graduation. My bachelor's graduation, we didn't have a ceremony because we graduated during COVID. So we had an online graduation. So this is my first physical graduation. So this is a special thanks to Mr. Orindi. Thank you so much. I started my journey from the Uganda Management Institute, and we got challenges there, and we had to transfer to the University of Nairobi Teaching Center. So I joined the rest of the team in Unit 3 because I started in 2024. So it's been a great journey, a learning experience, and I managed to have one key learning point. What looks obvious on the surface always requires a strategic depth underneath. What looks obvious to us, the communications practitioners, is not always obvious to the masses that we serve. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the graduates today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Greetings, everybody. Good morning. All right. My name is Kala Abwada. I work with an organization called Save the Children. I lead the regional and multi-country communications department. And a lot of the work we do is around advocacy and campaigning for the rights of children. Before I continue, allow me to humbly introduce the love of my life, who is my partner in this workshop. Please stand so they may see you. Thank you. They say 2 is better than 1. All right, a bit about my experience with CIPR. I think first and foremost, it was an amazing opportunity to be in the room with my fellow practitioners. I know sometimes in our different organizations we'd have the technical teams, the meal teams, the finance teams, but sitting in a room with people who are passionate about storytelling And being at the front of organization's brand, it was a humbling experience and a welcomed experience. I also want to thank Mr. Rindi and the team. I mean, all our lecturers were amazing. The competency, the excellence, the knowledge was profound. I also want to thank Esther and Faith. I mean, half of the program is the coordination. I mean, so for all the work you've put into ensuring we have a smooth process, we're extremely grateful. CIPR is one of the courses that are truly transformative from a technical perspective, but also because it forces you to grow as a person. To get this certificate, as my colleagues have said, is not easy. So that is one of the things that I think are most essential. To my comrades, all the best. May you get the consultancies you're dreaming for. May the knowledge take you to the levels you're looking to achieve. And may we continue to be the champions for this world that is communications, media, PR, advocacy, and campaigning. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Stacy Chepchumba Sum, and I would like to introduce my people. I know Esther said two, but I came with four, so they can stand up. So first, I'd like to introduce my mom. Her name is Anshela Gat. I have my brother Jeff Sum, my fiance Derek. He's also a former student of CIPR, Mr. Uridi's student, as well as one of my best friends called Faith Mudeu. Thank you. Esther, sorry for breaking the rules. um, CIPR was a humbling experience. If someone told me last year I would be standing here to graduate 1 year later, I would have laughed at myself while doing research for the monitoring and evaluation unit. As I think Pearl has mentioned, that was the most humbling unit amongst the three that we had to tackle. And during that time, I was also going through a loss. I just lost my dad. And they were very accommodative. Mr. Orindi and Esther, they were really accommodative because I couldn't submit my assignment in time, but they enabled me to give out the assignment with the next cohort, which was Carla's cohort, because I went through the cohort of 2024 together with Jacob. I don't know if there's anyone else here who's part of the 2024. I think it's just the two of us. So yeah, Jacob, kudos to us. um, you're part of 2024? Oh, really? September? You knew? Mercy. Okay. I think I'm more familiar with Jacob because we did a lot of consulting with him. But anyway, CIPR was such an eye-opening experience. You know, you think you come to just learn more about PR, but it actually changes the way you think about PR. And with all honesty, this certificate has a way of opening doors for us. Just this week, I've started a new job of Monday. Thanks to this certificate. Thanks to this certificate. So it has a way of enabling you to move to the next stage of your career. I have a master's from the University of Nairobi, but CIPR was way more challenging than the master's. And even in the way it even makes you think in the industry, it has completely changed the way I view communications and public relations. So all in all, I think we did make an excellent choice to pursue the course, and I would definitely encourage anyone else to take it upon them. I'd like to thank some of our tutors who are here: Miriam, Mr. Orindi, there's Esther. I've seen Nema is in absentia, but thank you so much for your endless support, and you never got tired of us. Thank you so much. We are because of you people and everything that you've poured into us. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning once more.
So my name is Matthias Mahaga, Junior Marketing Manager at Hypermart Limited, famously known as Ramtons. I'm here with my love of my lives, I say my parents and my sister. Um, so I'd say I'm here, I'm everywhere because of them. And got my degree here at UN. And doing this course, as you've said, it's challenging, but their prayers and their pockets have allowed me to finish the course. So I really pushed with private sessions from guest professor, and Nekesa was always there to assist me. It was challenging, especially Unit 3, but of course through prayers and a bit of realizing what you've got wrong, and I was able to complete it. So I want to congratulate all of us graduates and say congratulations. And the sky's the limit, so we aim higher because I know we can go higher. So thank you.
Do this. Good morning. My name is Rebecca Wangeshi, and I'm head of corporate communications at Kenya National Library Service, Maktaba Kuu. I'd written something, so I'm better off reading as opposed to speaking from the top of my head. So I'm thankful to be here and to be graduating, pursuing a professional qualification while still working full-time and having family responsibilities is no easy feat. I'm therefore very proud of myself, and I hope each one of you feels the same. I'm thankful to God for giving me life and the mental fortitude and favor to pursue this to my family. I'm also thankful for them, my parents, for the support they accorded me during this period, the resources they sacrificed, and the motivation and encouragement they always gave me. I'm also thankful to the CIPR tutors, Mr. Orindi, Mish Maina. You are always very helpful and present whenever I would reach out, requiring further clarification and guidance. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you abundantly. I'm thankful for the friend I made here, Esha. You were so instrumental in my CIPR journey, and I thank you for being a supportive study partner. When we were pursuing this qualification in 2024, it was during Maandamano, the finance bill. So every single time when there's protests, we would consider it a free study day. So I attribute during my CIPR studies was the same time there was Maandamano. So every Thursday and Tuesday was CIPR. So pursuing this has also given me confidence to be a better leader to not only my peers, but to also those behind me. It has given me confidence to pursue bigger opportunities and to consistently continue learning. So I'll end this by reading a message I received last week from a young Atachi I had the privilege of mentoring. And I know it would not have been possible had I not pursued this qualification. My deepest appreciation goes to Ms. Rebecca Wangeshi, Head of Corporate Communication, and my industry supervisor. Thank you for believing in me, guiding me patiently, and giving me opportunities to put my skills into practice. Your mentorship challenged me to think creatively, work professionally, and always strive for excellence. I'm truly grateful for the confidence you placed in me. And I'll end by saying, may this qualification bring us all bigger opportunities and lead us to new frontiers globally. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Esha Shilo. Some of my classmates knew me as Bachu, but now there's Ngetich at the end of the Shilo. So, Mr. Ngetich, you can just wave. So, I would like to sincerely thank the faculty and everyone at the CIPR program. Nekesa. Is Nekesa? Thank you for not getting tired of me. That's all I can say. Yes. The guidance, the support, the one-on-one is something that I really appreciated. I think by the time I was finishing my paper one, that's when I found out there was a little burn in the oven, and I was like, okay, I think I need to quit. Like I need to postpone this. And Nekesa was like, why? No, let's, continue. And guys, the support was unmatched. So I did my paper one well, I did my paper two well. My paper three came, and I think I submitted that paper, was it 4 days before I went into labor? And unfortunately, I failed. That first one, I failed. But with the guidance of now Mr. Orindi, which I would like to give a really big shout out, because in the middle of what I would call postpartum, I think some women would know here, and he would literally make time for me in the morning at 7. I used to be here, and he would take his time to go through my corrections, my papers with me, which honestly was a big deal considering that he receives phone calls every, I think, 1 minute. So I'm really grateful for that. So I had prepared something here. So I would like to sincerely thank the faculty and everyone at the CIPR program. Your guidance and dedication challenge us to grow, not just as communication professionals, but as individuals. Thank you for investing your time and knowledge in us. A special shout out to my classmate Wangeshi. We were really back and forth on those calls discussing those papers, and I'm glad I'm graduating with you today. To my family, my husband, my brother, and my mom, thank you for your unwavering support. Every moment you stood by me made this achievement possible. I would also like to express my appreciation for two people who are not here with me today because I was following rules. There's Mr. Emmanuel Wandera, who is a Chief Communications Officer at Kengen, and also Anne Gishuhi, who's the founder and I think the former course leader, who encouraged me to take this program. And their mentorship, encouragement, and belief in my potential have inspired me to continue striving in this profession. Thank you all for being a part of this journey, and congratulations to us once again.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Ambeile. I work with the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Council. We license and regulate the nursing and midwifery profession for better public health in Uganda. If I'm talking about CIPR, we may stay here for the whole day. But I'll share two things about what CIPR has done. And when everyone was talking, I remembered of a movement that is now moving on for the boy child, where they say, then I had to come across a certain statement saying, the only emotion a man can feel is anger, a shield they use to hide several emotions. But today, allow me to express the emotion of happiness and excitement for what CIPL has done to me and to us all in our gowns here today. One, I feel from all the testimonies that have been said, we are here doing Unit 3. We are doing an evaluation of what CIPL has done. And if I'm to go by that, in September 2024, when I joined the course, if my esteem and confidence in the PR profession was at 30% then, and my objective was to increase it to 80%, I want to tell you that I achieved that thanks to CIPR. Secondly, I failed paper 2, and I thank God that I did. Why? Because when I was doing my master's, I remember a certain lecturer used to tell us that if you fail a paper, it is an opportunity for you to learn it and grasp it better. And that's what paper two did to me. I was able to understand what thought leadership is. What has that done to me is that, and I thank John, because when I was doing my repeat, John guided me very well, that at the end of it all, I was able to develop an idea to begin a platform in Uganda that health workers will use to share their expertise in health prevention and control to prevent diseases in Uganda, because I realized 70% of diseases in Uganda are preventable. So with the experience I've acquired and with them having the expertise, they'll be able to have that to transit. So it will be a conduit for them. It is called Wasao Perspectives. It is a platform that they will be using, online platform to use to share their experience, how to prevent different illnesses in Uganda, thanks to CIPR. Finally, like I said, if I'm talking about CIPR, I would stay here. I'll say there's a song that comes to my mind when I think about CIPL by Travis Green. I'm not a good singer. Don't think I'll sing, but it is, you have done so much for me that I can't tell it all. Nale, nale mo. So which means receive my thanks. Please, you've done so well. John, Nema, Diana are both. Nekesa, I remember would disturb her so much when I'm submitting and maybe turn it in, is saying, you are at 30%. To tell Nema, please remove it. I want to put another one. So thank you, Nema, Nekesa, sorry for not getting tired. Congratulations, and may God truly bless you. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Peter Opio. I work at the Office of the Auditor General of Kenya. I'm so glad to put faces to the voices that we've been hearing over the internet. When I received the message that I passed my exams, I decided to treat myself. I booked a flight and went somewhere. I went to a ranch, did everything that you could do in a ranch. Horse riding, baking bread in the bush. And the final activity that I had, bull riding. It was so much fun, but unfortunately, I sustained an ankle fracture, and that's why I'm walking with a crutch. But interestingly, every person that was asking me where I got the injury from, and when they heard that I was riding a bull, they would just laugh. They won't even say, "Oh, we are sorry for the injury." They were like, I mean, that was so much fun. That injury, you deserve that injury. So that is the joy that CIPR, passing CIPR brought to me. It has changed me because I have been doing research in my workplace, but I never put much thought in research as a cornerstone for PR activities. One of the challenging things as PR professionals, and I know all of us will attest to that, is measurement and evaluation. And interestingly, this is the most hardest unit in CIPR. So still, I think measurement and evaluation of our activities is something that we need to put more attention to, more focus to, if we need to ensure that we make impact in our activities for communication and PR. Otherwise, I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Mr. Orindi. I know I disturbed you at some point when I was struggling to get through with my research topic, and I had to come to your office, and we had a chat, and you directed me. Thank you, Esther, for also giving us the support that we require. Miriam, I know we've worked together in some other projects. It was good to interact with you at CIPR. Kala, it's nice to see you. Yeah, I know we did a lot, especially on Unit 3, and you kept on reaching out. And I'm glad to see you here, finally, that you are here and you have graduated. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's continue the network. Let's ensure that we make an impact everywhere we are. So asante sana. Mwebale for our Ugandan colleagues. That's the correct one? Yeah. Muchas gracias. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for this amazing, amazing testimony. Sorry about that. So for me, I'll read what because I had already written. I'll just read my speech from here before I welcome the next group of people. Hearty congratulations to each and every one of you on reaching this milestone. Having served as the CIPR administrator at the University of Nairobi Accredited Teaching Center, I can confidently say that this achievement is no small feat. From where I sit, I have had the privilege of walking this journey with all of you, often through phone calls, emails, messages. And yes, sometimes the messages can come even at 2 a.m., 11 p.m. I just laugh at I have the evidence. I have listened as you shared moments of uncertainty, when the coursework felt overwhelming, when you questioned whether you could continue, when you struggled to understand what was expected of you, and when some of you had to face the disappointment of failing a unit and preparing for a resit. Through it all, I listened, I encouraged and believed in your ability to succeed. I understood your journey because I have lived it too. I've been a student here pursuing this very same qualification, and I also experienced setbacks, including having to resit a unit. I actually resit unit 3 2 times. You guys, 2 times. You should have seen Mr. Orindi trying to mentor me. He was mentoring me, not the same way he mentors you. You guys are being mentored as professionals who are outside. I was being mentored as mtoto wa nyumba. How can you be failing? Like that tough dad, tough. And it was between Orindi, Nema. Orindi, Nema. Tough here. And you, hey, I've never forgotten. So the journey is challenging. Okay, beyond that, I have been practicing here for more than a decade, so you can see why they were not expecting me to fail. So I appreciate both the academic rigor of the qualification and the demands of the professional practice. The journey is challenging, but it is also immensely rewarding. I thought Peter was going to say the way he fell with the bull, it cannot be compared to the qualification. I thought you were going to add that. Anyway, you have joined a global community of communication professionals committed to excellence, ethics, and lifelong learning. Please don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. Don't stop writing. Get into that CIPR membership portal. They expect you to learn. They expect you to listen to those podcasts. The conversations are going on every day. If you follow their pages, they're doing something very interesting. It's like every week or every day, one CIPR professional does a 1 minute talk on what's going on globally, and they comment and they give their views. So as members, we are meant to go in there and contribute. There's a whole portal for membership. So please don't stop learning. That's how you increase your CPD points, and that's how you grow through the ranks of the membership. So this internationally recognized accreditation is a testament to your resilience, your determination, and commitment to your profession. Let me just say here, most of us come to get the certificate. You don't know the work behind it. And In CIPR, that will come out clearly that you're here for the paper, you're here for the certificate, and you're not here to put the work, because it's not a matter of cramming the text and regurgitating, like just writing the answers. So as you embark on the next chapter of your career, I encourage you to make a meaningful impact wherever you serve. Be ambassadors of this strategic PR course. Continue to raise the standards of our profession. Inspire others to invest in their own professional development. Some people here have mentioned the people who told them to come and do the course. So please speak about it. Finally, I invite you to share your experience with your fellow PR practitioners. Encourage them to enroll in this transformational program. Your success story may be the inspiration someone else needs to begin their own journey. Congratulations once again. I wish you every success. And when we meet out there, someone said all the best when you're looking for those consultancies and when we need work. Can we please make use of these networks, right? From this moment on. Thank you. That was what I wrote for this cohort. Makofi kwangu. Thank you. So I would like now to invite the tutors. We'll start with Mariam, the course lead. And Mariam, I think you can introduce the tutors. I'm seeing David here. Sorry, Martin. And David is online, but he'll speak later. And then you'll invite Mr. Orindi and so on. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Are you excited? Super excited. So before I start, I'd like to introduce one of your tutors, Mr. Martin. He's there behind, Martin Muli. Yes. You know him? You want to say hi? Come say hi.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations. You know, I was listening to your stories, and I remembered the way when you're going through the classes, and sometimes because some of the classes are online, you can hear your support system behind. You know, someone is answering questions, asking questions, and then there are kids playing at the background. You know, the struggle is real, but you can see the outcome. This is what you've been going through and struggling to get, and now it's a celebration. Um, I like what you said, that it was not just a struggle. Even before you graduate, you already have a new opportunity, that CIPR is opening doors for you. And that is what we're looking for. As you scale your career, as you look for those consultancies, shout about this achievement. I always tell the graduates that we have channels that will enable us to tell our stories. And one of the biggest stories that you'll tell is your achievement. So today, take as many photos as you can, post them. This is a new title. You know, you say the way we do it on LinkedIn. Add it, then talk about it. Don't, humility, leave that humility outside. Let everyone know that you've achieved. And that is what most of the employers look for. They'll always look on that title. Is there anything about CIPR? And that's how you stand apart from any other person who's done PR and communication. So congratulations, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Martin. We also recognize the presence of David, but he'll speak later. He's online. So please allow me, because Wangeshi's parents have come in and they're very special to us. So please allow Wangeshi to just introduce her parents. If I don't do this, my boss will not be happy. Yes. So you can give her the mic.
Can you hear me? Oh, yes. When I was doing my introduction bit, they had not arrived, but my dad and my mom, yeah, they're the ones who've escorted me here.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you
Miss.
so much, and welcome to all of you. My name is Miriam Maina Kamau. I am the CIPR course lead. At times I forget uh, until I see work coming towards me. I'm currently working at the Kenya Export Promotion and Branding Agency. I work with Maureen. Maureen is my boss. So I'm still part of the University of Nairobi. Mr. Orindi is my boss and Nekese is my colleague. So I'm happy to be back here. When we started CIPR, I think in 2020, when we are getting the accreditation in 2019, 2020, I was part of that team. And the reason why we brought CIPR here is because we saw the value that CIPR has. The dean there got shocked when someone said that CIPR is harder than a master's. Dean, CIPR is harder than a master's. You know, the way you do one paper at the end, the thesis in 1 year, here you do 3. And then you're sending them to the UK and you know their standards. So CIPR is not easy. And as I stand here, I envy all of you. I'm now waiting for my results. Okay. I'm just like, oh my God, will I graduate? Will I pass? Will I have a receipt? So I did a specialist diploma in sustainability communication with PR Academy and submitted my paper in July 9th. So I'm waiting for September 24th. Yani, I even put a reminder. I am waiting. I'll tell you how it goes. So congratulations to you all. You did it. Remember the first time when you first logged into a CIPR class for your orientation and how you were expectant. I know now you've seen what we were talking about. You had the testimonies from students who had gone before you. Some of you panicked. I remember during our time with Mr. Orindi, we panicked because it was doom. And that time we were not doing it online. Every Saturday morning, we had to, like for me, I used to live in Kiambu Town. So I'll leave Kiambu Town. I'm a learner driver and drive all the way to Makini. And we did that every Saturday for 9 months. And I even remember the Ugandan students used to come every Saturday from Uganda. So they'll travel overnight and come for their classes on Saturday. And then I think half day Sunday and then travel back to Uganda. And you see, these are people who really wanted to be better in what they are doing. And that's what CIPR does. Anytime I think about CIPR and how it changed us is how we used to operate as a corporate affairs office. We just used to be everywhere. There's something happening, we are there. Oh, we have money to do a campaign, we are there. Oh, we have what? We were not strategic, but CIPR made us sit down and just reflect and think of how we are going to make the university better. And we saw the impact that had. And even in my new job, someone said, I got a job. Congratulations, Ceci. I also got a job because of CIPR. When I went for Kenya for the interview at Kenya Export Promotion and Planning Agency, I think 15 minutes was just discussing CIPR, and that really gave me an edge. So take advantage of this certificate that you have. Shout it, as Martin has said. Let everyone know that you're doing it, that you've gotten this certification. And also, learning never exhausts the mind. My husband always says that learning never ever exhausts the mind. So keep trying to be better. Look for these short programs that you can do. How else can you also mentor? Because for me, I think teaching CIPR has made me want to look at best practices and employ them. Anytime I sit in your class, I know for those I taught, anytime I'll teach, I'll give examples of what we do in my company. And I'll reflect on this and what I have learned and how can I now employ this to make my organization better, to enhance our communication. And we have a very big mandate. Our work is to promote Kenya's exports in international markets and also to brand Kenya. So you can imagine you're dealing with a company, Peter, or AG. Okay, I was hoping you are graduate. So you're dealing with a company. For us, we are dealing with the brand Kenya, and it's a big brand and it's an uncontrollable brand. But how else can we make it better? Look for those consultancies, take them up. Yeah. So also, most of you have said you came here because you heard about CIPR from someone. We are relying on you to be our ambassadors. Go out there, tell the world about CIPR. Bring in a colleague, bring in an attachee, you're mentoring. We are here and we are looking for more. And I hope one day you'll all graduate to be tutors as well. Just continue to engage in Mr. Orindi and see if you can get, all of us who are teaching did CIPR. So you can find yourself here as part of the tutors panel. That's it. Congratulations. You did it. Well done. I was going to read this, but then, we are comms people. So at this point, I would like to welcome Mr. John Orindi to take over the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mish. I was telling somebody that we are still waiting for you to come back. Even as you say you belong to Brand Kenya Export Promotion, you are still part and parcel of us, and I hope you will not run away forever. You'll still come back and make your contribution, especially because of this center. I believe that when I exit the stage, I want to leave it in strong hands, in hands of people like you. So even as you enjoy your work at Brand Kenya, please just reflect and think of coming back home. To our graduates of today, big congratulations to you. I'm very happy that all of you have graduated. I know you are from different cohorts, and today is a very rare opportunity for you to meet. Some of you are meeting their colleagues, others are registering alone. Matthias, do you have your classmate here? You are alone. Yeah, somebody like Matthias, he went through a lot because everybody dropped off. And, we could not run a whole class for one person. So for him, he used to come for in-house tutoring after work. And, I like the resilience he put in and managed to graduate man solo. I don't know why you didn't tell that story. That's the opportunity to tell your story, because many of you have gone through a very, very humbling experiences. When you join these programs during the orientation, I know all of us, I know you are very big people in your organizations. And, when you listen, as you start, some of you, of course, you still have humble beginnings, and you hear Carla saying, I'm the regional director of Save the Children in Africa, sub-Saharan region. I'm the lead, people with big titles in the industry, and also people with big academic credentials. I hold a PhD in masters and so and so. And, that's how the class is, and when people come here and we settle down, and then we found that the program makes us equal, isn't it? Very humbling, and we take it slow, step by step. So as a University of Nairobi, we are very happy and proud that we have lived to our vision of being an institution that is globally competitive and transforming society. Because that's what we want to do. That's the value that we cherish, that through what we do, through the teaching, we're able to support people who can bring in new ideas to the society, people who can change organizations for the better, so that if your organizations perform, the society is transformed. So that's the value that we hold. That's the value that the center, that drives the center. That's what gives us the passion to continue what we are doing. I thought you guys were going to complain about me, how I'm very bad. But I'm happy that we of course we are peers, but the mentorship, the friendship that comes with training here is what is needed in the industry, because we need to support each other so that we raise the bar, we raise the standards. So I'm happy that you took the critique that we gave positively. One thing I've learned in this program is that people who pass excellent unit 1, excellent unit 2, most of the time they fail unit 3, and it is not their mistake. It is because they think it is a smooth ride. It is never a smooth ride. But apparently people who fail unit 1 or 2 get it right in unit 3. So that's an experience I've learned, and I want just to share
with everybody that failing is not bad. When you fail, be proud, because you are able to, come back, reflect, and say, where did I go wrong? And I know I normally have, when we have those mentorship sessions, I see the pain that the students go through, and they ask me, where did I go wrong? This is what you said in class. Where? Can you show me? Then we go through the paper one by one, slowly by slowly. A bit defensive. People are defensive. You stand your ground, we stand our ground. When you refuse, you try again, you still fail. But of course, if you take the challenge positively, you end up passing. I'm happy also. I want to acknowledge my good friend Derek for coming. Just a big shout to you. He was one of our first students, 2020 cohort, the first one, the first group. And of course, he passed. Still remember he passed. But we also went through a lot of difficulty with them. And then they came in, then COVID came. And how do we manage? We had a center here, and we also had a center in Uganda. We were running two centers. And how to teach, it became very expensive. So we innovated to merge the classes through technology. And we found out it's also very good for people to share experiences across borders. People from Rwanda have joined, people from, of course, the dominant, the most aggressive teams are from Kenya and Uganda. But of course, now Rwanda, a few. In the current cohort now, we also have people from Tanzania. We have been trying to, encourage Tanzania also to join the conversations on how to improve the PR landscape. Many of them have joined. They drop off, but I hope this time around we have very determined students that will have people from Tanzania completing and also, helping us to, have a regional outlook. That's why, my good friend was saying, let's hold the spirit of regional community. Let's sing the East African anthem. Thank you that for reminding us on that one. On behalf of the University of Nairobi Chartered Institute of Public Relations Creative Center, I hope for my heartiest congratulations to each of you on earning diploma in public relations and certificate in public relations. Becoming a CIPR qualified is no feat. We have heard your stories, you have lived the experience, and it's a testament of your dedication for you to complete. There's a big team behind you. The investment is big. Some of you, of course, we have heard, were paid for by their parents, by your spouses. You cannot go through this journey alone. It is very difficult. You need the support of the family. You need the support of your boss in the office. You need the support of your peers, because you have to have, you work as a team to discuss your case studies. So, wazazi wote, the parents who are here, a big congratulations. Let's clap for them. And even the husbands and the spouses, please clap for them. Even the children are expected from there, because even me, sometimes when I teach, I used to have my young daughter. As I try to teach, you would climb here. You want to see who's who. We fight over the computer, and I'm sure also for you, it is the same experience. You are fighting with the laptop, with your girl, or with somebody. Your husband did your time at 6, or somebody else, but you have to go to class. Your Fridays, it's a very bad experience as you prepare, to come to class on Friday. You want to go and do some dombolo, but you remember there's something tomorrow in the morning at 8. Okay? So it's a lot of discipline that you've gone through, and I think you will carry that forward and in your job. As you join the elite community of practitioners within the region, we look forward to seeing you elevate the standards of communication in your respective places of work and beyond. Don't just go now and do the same things that you used to do. Please make impact. The PR job or the communications job is very challenging because everybody think they know it. You will find a CEO is appointed today, you were even supporting him. And then tomorrow, when he sits in the office, the corner office, he wants now to advise you on the technical issues. So as practitioners, people who are, find a way of ensuring that, because you have the persuasive power, find a way of persuading them to use, to follow the guidelines, to do the right thing. It is very difficult because you are not the only one who has the bosses here. There are so many people that are advising your boss on what you do. And he's also seeing what other organizations do. Some of the things that other organizations do are not the right thing. But you'll find him loving those words, people using AVEs and this other thing, and you find he will be doing comparison of less strategic issues, comparing that with what you do. So how do you maneuver through that? I want to challenge you now to be very, very vibrant and very confident. Use evidence and use metrics to prove your worth, prove your the value that you bring to the organization. Don't fear the challenge that comes with this job. It is only this job. It gives you a lot of visibility, and the moment you get that visibility, one thing that people will start thinking, you are getting visibility because you are big, given a big budget. Isn't it, Mish? People normally think, oh, corporate people, like in university here, they think we have a big budget. Yet we don't have that budget. Okay? We don't have that budget. We use our networks, to networks and relationships that we have to give the university that kind of visibility and enhance our reputation. So for us, whether we have money or we don't have money, the right thing must be done. And I believe that you can also do the same. People will start saying you have a lot of money. And don't fail to do the right thing because you don't have money. You must do it, scale the budget. If the budget is small, do the good thing using the limited resources that you have. I think this is what we have learned, and this is also what we have learned from our Unit 3, that how do we maneuver through the limited budgets? Budgets will always continue to reduce, and the communication budget will be the first one. Will be the first one to be cut when budgets are being cut. So when your budget is cut, what do? Change the strategy and make sure you deliver on the promise. The road ahead. The road ahead, as I've said, is bumpy. But now, from theory to practice, while you graduate with this prestigious diploma, it's a big milestone. The true test now begins of implementing the principles that you have mastered. The true test of implementing the principles that you learn is now a different ballgame. As you step into the field, you will encounter a landscape that is often very noisy, messy. You will face the quick fix temptation, ethical dilemmas, and of course, obsession with vanity metrics and of course, cheap publicity. Please don't go for it. Stand with the truth. Okay? In these moments, I urge you to remain level-headed. Do not trade long-term reputation for short-term visibility. Use the strategic skills that you have acquired here to entrench corporate culture of performance, one where integrity is not negotiable and where trust reigns supreme. A future of boundless opportunity. You now have a future of boundless opportunities, not only here in Kenya, Uganda, or elsewhere. The doors have been opened for you everywhere. You can now practice anywhere in the world. And I'm happy I've seen and met many of our students who have graduated here, cross boundaries, have students now, former students working in the US. We have students working in big UN organizations. I can see Cynthia every day online. You see Cynthia Nyongesa? She's in UK doing a lot on children, UNICEF. I see, that lawyer who came from the nation. What was her name? She was a teacher here. She's with WHO. So our students are everywhere. Professor Jaco Diambo, we are very proud that our students are everywhere. These are the people you should be looking for. You should make friends with them so that we are anchored in your faculty. So these are the people you should be making friends with to grow the faculty and get the opportunities that you need. So I encourage you to be close to us, make friends with us here, with our students here, so that you can enhance the visibility of your faculty. You are now positions for high level growth, high level promotions, and leadership roles. Of course, many of you are also already leaders. You are heads of communications in your organizations. And I was telling Jack and Professor Mande yesterday, we were in Marakwet, not Marakwet, but in West Pokot. And I was telling them I have to go back. And Jack, we have to go back with you because we are going to do the graduation of CIPR. And I was bragging, it's an opportunity that I teach leaders, not just students. I'm teaching leaders. So you are real leaders. Once you are armed with this certificate, you are destined to become a leader and be a leader. Okay? Don't get lost, in the crowd. So be a leader. Initiate things that you'll be remembered for. This is the opportunity for now. If you have never, I remember one of my students here called Pauline. She used to tell me, Mr. Rindy, I want to sit on your seat. I told her, why not? John CIPR. If you want to come and sit here, she must join CIPR. So she did so. Then the next time she said, I'm going to be the big influencer. I gave her to Martin to tutor her. She's now one of the influencers now that I see when Martin does the, International Creators Day. She was one of the big influencers. And I was asking her, Pauline, what is your red card? You're talking about red cards. He's telling me, no, it's good, but I'm not going to tell you. The red card is good. She's an influencer for e-commerce, but she told me now I want to become the president of something. Even if I don't become the president of Kenya, I want to become the president of something. So aspire to do something different and become something different also in your organizations or any other organizations. This opportunity for you to jump the train and be a different person and make a contribution. As we are lucky, we're already making our contribution here. We have founded the centers here. And we have also done other things. We have also founded other centers here. Prof, we are working now to do, we've founded another center called the African Media Innovation Lab here at the University of Nairobi, where we train the next generation of, digital influencers, filmmakers for the country and the region, and, animation, animation students who can, people, professionals who can do animation films and many other things on digital innovations so that we can change, we can be able to use those platforms to tell authentic African stories. We are not bad. Don't feel that you are low. Africa need to tell their own stories. The people who can tell the stories are you. And now that you have you have been equipped to tell the authentic African stories. It's not just about, war and so many other things. There are so many good potential in Africa. If you see why China is doing well is that the communication is channeled in a way that it is very development supportive. It supports development. It supports business, constructive communication. And like the one that is done in the media houses, the people who does a lot of damage to this country and to business are the media. But I'm happy they also come here. After some time, they realize they're not working well. So we have been very happy. How many of you are from the media industry? I know there's their number. Who was from the newsroom? Yeah. So I think you've seen there's a different perspective from what you do in the newsroom, what you consider communication, with what you do here. We need to tell authentic African stories, correct stories, so that we can change our own story. Nobody will tell the good story of Africa. And there's a lot, there are good things in our organizations that we need to tell. Final word, as we go to make a mark, I hope you carry the torch of these institutions with pride. The University of Nairobi is great institutions, and I hope the interaction you've had with us has, given you a different experience. Because we are also always the biggest brand. Also, we get a lot of beating also from other brands. They sponsor so many negative things, and please also be proud and speak for us. I know one of the next speakers is a very proud alumni of this university, and I met her in Uganda, somewhere in Lake Victoria. I know she will tell the story. And we will rely on you, on your stories that you tell, so that you bring us more candidates to come and learn here. And together, all of us, we can build a better professional environment. I thank you most sincerely and wish that we continue working together. We admit you into the network. We have a network of all PR professionals in the region. We will admit you today that you have graduated. Please continue being vibrant. Sometimes I don't talk a lot there, but of course, you can talk and share your experiences. There's a lot of sharing of information, sharing of resources, analysis of cases. Don't be ashamed if your case from your organization is taken and put there, and people are talking about it badly and tearing it apart. That's part of our learning. So you are welcome to the CIPR alumni network within the region. Moses will be able to admit you, and I welcome you and look forward to continue working with you, engaging with you. This is home for you. If you have a challenge on anything, please still call. We can look at it together and see how we go around it. If you have a consultancy in your organization you want to give us, we are here. We can do it, all of us. We can always do it. You can get any of us. So we are happy that you have graduated, and we want to thank you most sincerely for believing in us, and of course your families for believing in us and supporting you. It is a worthy investment, and I look forward to meeting you again. Thank you so much. Somebody was saying Rose Mambo is here. Mambo, are you there? Is he there? No. Okay. So without much ado, I want to take this opportunity to invite one of our guests, Priscilla. The first time I met Priscilla, I'd traveled to a PR function in Uganda. And then through friends, my friends in Uganda, and those friends also invited Nigerian friends and, Ghanaian friends. And then we went for lunch on the source of Lake Victoria. And, I met Priscilla, and she was such a wonderful, guest. We had a lot, we shared a lot, and she's very powerful in telling stories. And it's good that she agreed to come here and talk to you. She's the CEO of My Dawa. I hope you are the center that you went to launch in Uganda is doing well that day. And beyond that, she's also an alumnus of this university, great university, from the Faculty of Agriculture. She's a scientist, but she's very good in communication. Give a head clap for her as she comes to talk to us.
Good morning. Good morning again. The Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Professor Jack Odhiambo, the coordinator of CIPR program, Mr. John Orindi, the head of public affairs, Airtel Uganda, I know he's on call, Mr. David Birungi, CIPR course leaders, tutors, graduates, good morning again. My name is Priscilla Mohio, and as you said, I lead the business for Maidawa in Kenya and Uganda. And interestingly, I'm also a graduate of the University of Nairobi. I did food science and technology, and I was based in the Upper Kabete campus. So even as I was walking down, coming here, I felt a bit of nostalgia because we were coming here a bit often, especially in the first year. Thank you so much for inviting me today to have a chat with all of you to share my experience. And interestingly, I also my first intern job was in a PR agency. So it's interesting that I'm here today to talk about communication. I'd like to take you through my career. So I started off when I graduated from the University of Nairobi, I was a bit confused. I didn't know what I wanted. I was not sure because what happened is that when I was in high school, I wanted to be a doctor so badly. So I had no other plan, no backup plan. So unfortunately, I did not make the mark that they required. So I found myself in Upper Kabete. I did food science. And then during my internship, when I was in school, I went to a company called Frigoken. And I did a bit of the experience around food science. And I realized this is not something I want to do for the rest of my life. Hence, when I left, I was very clear I am not doing anything food science. So I started off, remember, I did a stint at HealthyU as a salesperson for 1 month. I did a call center for 3 months. And then eventually I landed at a PR agency. I did that for 4 months. Unfortunately, it was not my thing in terms of the whole PR work. So I decided to go into advertising instead. So it's still communications, but now media buying. So I joined Scan Group. I was doing media buying, advertising for about 5 years. So I was in Scan Group and in another agency called Newton Bits. After that, I decided I want to go into the tech space, which was a leap of faith because at the time it was very new. So I joined OLX. I don't know if you remember OLX. Okay. Okay. We did a good job. In fact, that's where I met Martin Muli. If you remember the social media awards, I think they are still there. Yeah, they're still there. So OLX was the sponsor for social media awards for 5 years. So that's how I met Martin. He came to us with a concept. We loved it and we supported him for 5 years. So I was at OLX for 7 years or 6.5-ish. And then I joined a company called Sandy, although I was not there for long. I was there for about 10 months. And then I went to Glovo. Of course, you all know Glovo. It's still there. So we were the team that founded Glovo in Kenya. I was in the launching team. We set up Glovo in Kenya. We went to Cote d'Ivoire, set up Glovo in Cote d'Ivoire, Uganda as well, and also Ghana. So I was in the launching team that was supporting the growth. And then after 1 year, I got tired of moving from one country to another. I decided to ask for a job that makes me settle. So I became the general manager for the business in Kenya. I did that for 3 years, and then my dawa came knocking. I think when you start getting to your 40s, you want to do things that are more purposeful. So I felt like healthcare would be an interesting field for me. So I joined my dawa in 2022 October, and I've been there since. Started off as the head of the business in Kenya, but now I take care of both Kenya and Uganda. And it's a pleasure to be here today. And first of all, congratulations. Take time to take it in. Celebrate the wins. You've worked very hard. So celebrate the fruits of your labor. All right. So a couple of months ago, I don't know if you're a user of MyDA, and if you are, you would remember this. We changed our systems. And when we changed our systems, we had a glitch. It was around November last year. And I remember at the time, customers were not able to log in. Someone shared my phone number in a WhatsApp group. And before I knew it, my phone number was a public number. So anyone with an issue would call me directly. So there was a whole crisis. However, after we solved the issue, which was a couple of days later, the news still was spreading. What does that tell you? That bad news spread faster than good news. And I'm sure you all know this. So as communication experts, as you're going out there, remember that. If you're able to predict or detect early, the earlier the better. The mistake we made and the lesson I learned out of that experience is that we took time to communicate to the people about what's happening. So we were a bit reactive. So, and it's only until we had now customers coming at us that we did a press release telling people this is what's happening and this is what we are doing about it. So the lesson there was start early, manage the communication, own the communication, so that people will have a point of reference whenever they have issues. So, you have spent years learning about how to be persuasive. But the world you're graduating into, persuasion is no longer scarce, right? It is free. It is automated. It is available even at 3 a.m. in the morning to anyone who has a phone and bad intentions. We all know that if a story starts spreading on WhatsApp, in fact, WhatsApp is the most uncontrollable channel. And I don't know if there's anyone who can crack that. It's the most uncontrollable channel because once something starts spreading, it's difficult to manage that communication. So a large part of your job you trained for is now being unbundled. The press release, the media list. I remember this, the boilerplate, yeah? The caption, the pitch notes, the 300-word press statement. Now, machine is able to do all these things, right? Especially in this day and age of AI, right? So a machine can write all this now. It writes them competently, instantly, and for nothing. If your plan is to be the person in the organization who produces communication materials, you're competing with a tool that never sleeps. I'm not saying this to frighten you. Yeah. I'm saying this because half of this room already knows, and nobody on a stage like this will say it aloud. But here is what's happening at the exact moment. Everything now, unfortunately, can be manufactured. And so nothing is automatically believed. A statement can be fabricated. A voice can be cloned. I'm sure you know this. A video of a CEO saying something that they never said can be produced in just one afternoon. The cost of producing convincing content has now collapsed to zero, which means the scarce thing is no longer the content. The scarce thing is a public that believes in you. And that cannot be generated. It has to be earned slowly and by an institution that believes consistency over years. So being consistent is super important. And it can be destroyed in a single afternoon by one clever but dishonest sentence. So our job here is not a writing job. Writing is a skill you use. It is not what you are for. I would like to remind you that I would like to use this analogy of a megaphone versus an immune system. You are not a megaphone. You are the immune system. A megaphone is indifferent. Point it at the truth, it amplifies. Point it at a lie, it amplifies. That is all you are if you're a megaphone. You're a machine with a salary and will be replaced by a machine at some point. But if you're an immune system does something a megaphone does not do. It tells the difference between what belongs in the body and what does not. It detects the threat early. It responds proportionately. And that is the part that people forget. It protects the body from itself as much as from the outside. So, based on this analogy, I would like to share some lessons. So, the first thing, as I had mentioned earlier, detect early. The crisis in your organization, the crisis your organization will face, is already circulating somewhere as we speak. In a WhatsApp group, nobody in your boardroom belongs to. In a language, nobody at an executive table monitors. The most valuable communication person I have ever worked with, and actually she was at OLX, she was very good in detecting things early. She would come to us and tell us, I see a problem coming. And we were able to manage the communication way early so that we control the narrative. She was the one who used to come to us 3 weeks, 2 weeks early and say, I see a problem coming. The other lesson is tell the truth very fast, like fast, and then tell it again. So don't take time. Not the flattering version, not the version that has been through many rounds of legal review. As you know, sometimes we are being asked to talk in a certain way because we don't want to get in trouble. And actually, I don't know if anyone works for Kenya Airways. There's a time I was really upset that they are not apologizing when they are telling us the flight is delayed. And then someone told me the reason why they don't do that is because if they apologize, they are going to be liable. So I got to learn that, and it was very interesting. But now it's because of the legal implication of apologizing. In the silence between the event and your response, someone is writing your story for you. So the faster you act, the better. The good example I had given before around my dawa, where we took time to answer because we thought we could fix things quickly and get over it. But unfortunately, the customers were ahead of us. So that is a lesson I took from the incident we had in November. We announced the fault to ourselves and whispered the fix to the world. So we knew the problem was happening. We tried to fix. Even after we had fixed it, we still had to deal with the issues that the customers were bringing our way. So this brings me to the second thing. As I mentioned, I'm not a PR practitioner, but I work with PR practitioners in the organization. And the one thing, and from my experience, the one thing I would like to share, I would like to highlight the things that makes a communication professional in the room to be present when decisions are being made, as opposed to being called afterwards to clean up. So first lesson is, as much as you're a PR professional, please learn the business. Understand the commercial aspect of the commercial logic of the business. This is because you are going to be able to convince a CEO to do something in a particular way by showcasing the potential impact on the P&L. Unfortunately, in any organization, we care about as well is the business impact. So as you're presenting your proposal or your communication strategy, highlight how that strategy impacts the business. The second thing, bring bad news fast and bring it early. Every instinct you have will tell you to wait until you have a solution. And that's what we did at Maidawa. And unfortunately, it did not work out. Don't. The person who tells me a problem early buys anyone options. So when you detect the problem early, you're able to plan a way ahead. The person who tells me late has taken away from me the opportunity to come up with options, and no amount of good writing, unfortunately, can get them back. Number 3, learn to say, we should not say anything. Yeah. Your profession has a bias towards output. There will be moments when the most valuable contribution you can make is to stop your own organization from speaking. I'm sure you can relate to this if you're communication professions. That advice will make you unpopular in the meeting, but in a couple of months down the line, they will thank you. Number 4, know where your public actually is. I know we, as part of the things we learn is doing an op-ed in the newspaper, etc. In this market, WhatsApp is also a communication channel. Vernacular radio, they charge. In our case, the chemist in the corner, and a woman with at least 400 followers on Instagram. They are also our public. So we need to know where our public is, where are our target audience, who can influence, who can help us distribute our communication. Number 5, be willing to say no to people who pay you. And I think it has been mentioned here before. Let's practice ethical practices. At some point, and it will be earlier than you expect, you will be asked to make something true sounding that you know it's not true. It will be framed reasonably. It will come from someone senior, someone who's higher than you. Say no once, say it early, and also say it in writing. If you say yes the first time, there's no second time when you get to be the person with standards. The last thing I would like to talk about is about yourself. So even as you go out there after graduating, remember to take care of yourself. And I would like to share with you, I had a phase in my life personal life, where I had a difficult problem. And during that season, I resorted to dancing. I found dancing as a place. For me, it's the one place I feel that no one knows my title, no one knows me. We dance and we have fun. In fact, if you go to my Instagram page, there's nothing else you'll see apart from dance videos. And I would like to encourage you today to take care of yourself, to take care of your body, to take care of your mind, because for you to do the things you're meant to do, you have to be mentally and physically well. Last but not least, I would like to leave you with a quote that I love so much from the CEO of Essence. I can't remember her name, but there's one thing that she said that stuck with me. Who you are is who you are. If you cannot be who you are, where you are, you don't change who you are, you change where you are. So you are going to find yourself in situations and places where you're being forced to change who you are. It's not aligned with your values or your principles. My recommendation today, and based on that quote, is don't change who you are, change where you are. And that's it. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
I think we could have it's unfortunate we didn't have good time for her. She's a very, 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 interesting, exciting person. And I wish we would have more time for her stories. She's got very lovely stories. She's a CEO you would love to work with and also dance with. She likes dancing. And I'm happy that she said it. So follow her on her, on her page, and you'll see, the energy and the happiness. Thank you, Priscilla. And we welcome you again to, you got it from the CEO herself, who understands what communication is. And I think I'm very happy that you came to be with us. And we look forward to having you again to share your experiences and also, interact with the communication people because you understand it, you've gone through it, and, at your level, I think you can also guide other CEOs. Make friends with her. You can invite her to your organization also to advise your CEO to see her different perspectives. Give her a clap, please. And of course, she's also pro business. Priscilla, this is also a network which you can also leverage on, to promote your business. I know you always out there promoting your company, even as you dance, is also, promoting a company in a very unique way, simplest way, and you love it. Now I'm going to invite one of our very long-serving tutor from Uganda, that is Mr. David Burungi. He was supposed to be here, but he didn't come because of exigencies of work. David Burungi is the head of corporate communication in Airtel, Uganda. He has vast experience, having worked also in other organizations in Uganda, that is Uganda Electricity Generation Company. He's been a teacher, and we value his experiences, especially on how to handle stakeholders. He's very good in that. I hope he took you through the class on handling stakeholders, managing stakeholders. So, David, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you to, of course, speak to your students, not only to speak to your students, but also share with us your experiences, as a corporate guru in public relations. We welcome you and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the students who are graduating today. Most importantly, I want to recognize the presence of our parents who are in the congregation, those who have managed to make it, This is your moment. Thank you for being there for your children, even though they're adults. I think for me that is very, very humbling. I want to take this opportunity to thank John and the team for the support you have given the program, especially for us tutors who are not domiciled at the University of Nairobi. Professor Jack Odiambo, fellow guests, Catherine, is Catherine Karongo around? I have not heard from her. Priscilla, Maidawa CEO, thank you for the good words. And of course, my co-tutors, Mariam and others, thank you for the support. I now would like to speak to the students. Yesterday, I was involved in a conversation where we asked, is this a good time or bad time for communications people? The reason was because the truth is under attack. That conversation was shaped by our politics, and today I'm not going to go into the politics, but I'm going to talk to the people who are going to manage the communications, especially the Ugandan students who have traveled to Nairobi. As practitioners, you have dedicated yourselves, you have elected to serve in the business of trust. I can't tell you to go and network, everybody has told you that. But let's have a conversation about trust. And somebody may be asking, why now? Because you are graduating into a world like Priscilla indicated, where someone can easily generate a video about your CEO, about yourself, voices can be cloned. So the trust levels have tanked, but society is coming back. It is saying we now need to come back to trusted sources. So the question as you go out of today's graduation into the world, where most of you have actually done a good job of building trust in communication, when society comes back and says, can we trust this we have seen? Can we trust the news? Can we trust the corporate communications? Can we trust stakeholders? Trust is so broken that people lie under oath, and it's our job to communicate about that. That people structure NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, that are built to deceive, not to tell a lie, but to deceive. And so society has reached a point where now it is coming back to us. So are we in business as communicators who are trusted? And I think for me, that is why this becomes very important. Why it is important is that our own business as PR professionals and communicators has had a very complicated relationship with the truth. Sometimes we have been called that we tinker with the truth, and that's the job. But there's a difference between shaping how a true story is told and manufacturing a story that is not true at all. AI has not created that line. It has just made it terrifyingly easy to cross without even noticing. And that includes us sometimes. Why is that important today? Every generation of communicators has been handed new technology, and they have had to decide in real time what its ethics would be. There are those who use the drums, and they had ethics. There are certain times you could not drum. There are others who had horns. There are certain tones that you couldn't blow in a horn. Then came the television. There were ethics that technology communicators had to abide by. You don't put an advertising message in the prime time news before the main news has come. There are very many ethics. Do you sponsor news? When it became 24-hour news, then what happened? Where did the trusted communication go? Advertising was also embedded within 24-hour communication. 24-hour news channels. Then came social media. Priscilla talked about social media words, and we had them. We got them. There were moments of pride. Then we had influencers coming in, and trust was questioned when influencers started pushing narratives that the society was checking not to be true. So again, AI has arrived. You've heard so much about AI, and society is asking us now. Every single time some practitioners use this new tool to manipulate, to build something more honest or more distrusted, we leave society confused. And it's our job. Should we stop using AI? No, I don't think so. Go ahead and use AI. Use it ethically. You've gone through these classes of how to use these technologies in an ethical manner. But as you walk out of today, out of Nairobi and back into your cherished practice, we need to think about the tools. The tools can be used by everybody. I happen to work in an industry where everybody has access to a phone and therefore can do anything. But as practitioners, it's our job to make sure that we shape the next phase of trusted communicators. And I think for me, we are at a very good turning point where we now have to rebuild our reputation as communicators to do a good job. There will be moments when someone asks you to spin something that you know is false or stay quiet about something you know is true. You will feel the pressure of the paycheck. Many of you have been asking about client relationships, a boss's expectations. I'm not going to stand here and tell you it is simple to say no in that moment. It isn't, but I will tell you this. The people I have watched build careers they are actually proud of are the ones who found again and again the courage to choose the harder, honest path. And your audience, the public, is watching. Those who chose not to speak, to look away, also the public watches them. So here is what I want for you. I want you to walk out of there once again to rebuild our reputation as communicators, to rebuild public trust in this profession, not by the clever, but by the credible work that you have set out to do. I want you to be the person your future colleagues describe as the one who always tells it straight, but professionally. So you are going into the world where we have a duty to reshape perceptions about the tools of communication that have been handed to us within our time. We have had maybe a magnified challenge, but every communicator before us has had to deal with new technology. Let's pause. Let's use the technology for building a trusted profession. Thank you so much. And best wishes in your practice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, David. Hello. Fred. Okay. Thank you very much, David, from Uganda, and we for joining us online. And we thank you for for your guidance and great speech. Give him a hearty clap, please. I'm reminded that there are some guests I forgot to speak. So, Dean, you'll allow me to, breach protocol a bit and bring in one of our tutors, two of our tutors who were supposed to speak and I forgot. Please, it was not intentional. Miriam, I thought Miriam will do it and she didn't do it. So we planned, I do others, she does others. But now she has thrown me under the bus. Grace Mukami, please, one of our great tutors, Grace Mukami is here, and I want Grace to come and, of course, also say a word before Jack comes in. Grace, please. Grace? It's not intentional.
Good morning. My name is Grace Mokami. I am a consultant for Africa with Lantern Committers, but mostly my communication expertise has been in the financial services industry. For example, I handled the rebrand of Nairobi Securities Exchange. I also carry a bank to Citizen Bank. I launched Mansa X, the hedge fund, into the market. So I really, really love financial communication. I'm a graduate of this program as well. So Mr. John Rindi here took us through the course. I graduated in 2021. It was a very, very interesting program because I think we're the first cohort to do it online. We did CIPR from the comforts of our houses, our offices, without ever stepping into a classroom. I've seen the immense effect and impact this course has had on my career, and especially the evaluation and measurement where we all struggled with. So I'm sure you're all equipped with good skills, new knowledge, and you're able to be agile and move from the strategic impact of the work or the aspects of the work every day to the daily operational with what you've learned today. And I really, really do wish you all the best. And please tell others so that we can grow and we can all get equipped and be operating at the same level. I really wish you all the best. Thank you.
I told you I teach leaders. When they get out of here, they become big leaders, and you can hear the testimonies. Let me also invite one of our teachers from the academic side, Dr. Fred Ogutu. I know he's busy helping us to be visible, but please come and also say a word. Forgive me, it was not intentional. The course lead was the one to introduce you, your boss, and she forgot.
Uh, Good morning and congratulations to all of you. It's not a mean feat by all standards, and to be here, I occasionally I fear when I hear the testimonies, but I get encouraged because the more I hear the testimonies, the more I hear some people keep on coming and they keep on graduating. So I've gotten to a conclusion, perhaps through some form of tentative research, that this thing is not hurting anyone. Because I keep seeing people saying how rigorous, how tough it was. So I've realized that the issue is the process, not the thing itself, isn't it? Because they're always happy. Somebody went to go and break his whole shoulder because of this thing. So it was a celebration, isn't it? Thank you for making this possible. Mr. Orindi believes that I represent academic simply because he believes that in his program, I can only teach theory. I don't know where he got that from. Perhaps I need to confess to him what I know about PR. In my entire life, I've done one unit in PR. It was in my undergrad. It was the PR functions. No, it was undergrad, but then it was brought on me. It was that thing that I must do. We needed to do a unit outside what I was studying. So I didn't go too far. So I stepped to PR. And well, it has helped in a way. But the most important thing is, for the longest time, well, when I was much younger, probably, we were being told that PR was very distinct and mass communication was very distinct and many such issues. But today,
I am largely a specialist in mass communication, film, and radio. But when I teach many other people who I teach elsewhere, I'm always confident telling them the PR has really changed and the gaps have really merged. And today, most of the people who are practicing PR, most were in my communication classes. A good number. Were there. So I'm always confident that I'm a PR person, even though the people who are in PR keep on othering me. I refuse to go. That is the whole idea, that I'm one of you. I may smell differently, but I'm one of you. Just need to realize that inclusivity is part of belonging. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fred. Of course, you are one of our own. That's why you are here. Of course, that's the joke we normally do. I push him. No, you go to theory, because you people teach a lot of theory as we do the practice. But of course, we complement each other. Professor from the academic side and the practitioner side. If you look at that program, you will see most of the people who teach, these people are not necessarily people from the academic side. We are blending academic lecturers with practitioners, people who are running organizations in corporate communications, so that we bridge the gap between theory and practice. So that's the essence of it, and that's what makes it more interesting. So without much ado, it's now my honor and pleasure to invite our chief guest, Professor Jack Odhiambo, the Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. We are very happy that you've honored our invitation for the second year running, and we hope that, you'll not tire joining us for this graduation, because, of course, we are building on the foundation that you've laid in your faculty. Welcome. Give him a mighty love.
So Dr. John Orindi, the program director, Miriam, Fred, Nekesa, all the people running this wonderful program, those who are present here physically, and the ones who are present online. First, I wish to welcome, of course, our students belong, but I wish to welcome all the guests, the parents, brothers and sisters, husbands, wives, boyfriends, or girlfriends who have come to be with us in the university. I welcome you on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ayub Gitau, who would have loved, of course, to be here. My name is Jack Odhiambo. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. It's a big faculty here, and within that faculty, the program is embedded. I have listened to the comments, and I have noticed that you have people from different places, different countries. Other times we had Rwandans, Tanzanians. This time we have a good crop of people from Uganda. I've been impressed by Ms. Sum's comment that the course is tougher than the master's degrees that we give. So I have to go back to my lecturers and tell them to up their game. I've noticed that Ms. Wangeshi, who works in the library is a quiet place, so she preferred to read her comments rather than speak. She's not used to speaking so much. When you're in the library, everybody's silent. So I think that corresponds to the profession. The comments of Priscilla, the CEO, have also been very impressive. They've given the impression, which is also the reality, that your work is a battle of trying to maintain the truth and to quell the spiraling of maybe unfavorable information. And this is a battle. And she says sometimes it's better to keep quiet. Sometimes it's better to act, but it's always better to be aware early. So that is those are the preliminaries, but now I want to enter the official speech. Dear guests, faculty members, proud family members, and above all, the graduating class of 2026, good morning. It is a profound honor to stand before you today as your chief guest. We gather to celebrate a monumental milestone. This is a graduation ceremony of the Chartered Institute of Public Relations, CIPR, at the University of Nairobi. One of the characteristics, of course, is honor and sacrifice, which is required to achieve what you have achieved. So, to our certificate and diploma graduates, I offer you my warmest congratulations. Today is the culmination of your relentless dedication. You have made significant financial and time sacrifices to pursue this professional development. You balanced the demanding schedules, stretched out your resources, and today those sacrifices bear fruit. You have earned credentials recognized globally for excellence. I have heard the comments of the difficulties some of you have experienced, but I've also been impressed by the honesty and that when somebody has failed, you openly declare that I failed that one. In the undergraduate, people don't like acknowledging that, but when you have matured, well, it's a sign of maturity that you acknowledge failure because it's, of course, a path to improvement and to success. So this is also a gateway to global opportunities. Getting the CIPR qualification opens an extraordinary array of opportunities. This certification is not just a piece of paper, it is a global passport. It unlocks executive boardrooms, international agencies, and leadership roles across the region and beyond. You now possess the strategic toolkit to shape narratives, manage crises, and drive organizational success on a global scale. In the third place, this is the pride of our university. We have many, we could call them flag bearing courses, and this is one of them. The University of Nairobi takes immense pride in the achievements of our CIPR accredited teaching center since its establishment in the year 2020. In a short time, the center has made remarkable contributions. It has trained elite professionals. It has cultivated the region's top tier of public relations experts. It has achieved the effect of global internationalization, and it has significantly enhanced the visibility of our university. And it has elevated standards because of the solid reputation of those who exit from this program when the way they practice the program, when the way they practice the profession is noticed and the impact is felt. So therefore, the graduation that you are having is a challenge for each one of you to create impact. We have listened to Priscilla, a person who has sort of moved from one place to another as she looked for the place where she felt most comfortable, but where she could most contribute. Be strategic, counselors, as you lead. Apply your knowledge to drive measurable difference. Ensure that your presence is felt through ethical leadership, clear communication, and robust strategy. The modern PR landscape is dynamic, it changes rapidly, and it's highly challenging. To thrive there, you must be focused, commit to continuous upskilling or upgrading your talents. Crucially, you must leverage on emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence to build trust and sustainable business relationships. In general, in the academic world, at the beginning, we considered AI as a threat, particularly because our students use it to cheat in exams. And we are still grappling with how to control that. I know other universities, particularly in Germany, some in South Africa have managed, and we are going towards that. But for you as professionals, it's an important tool for your professional work. So see it as a partner in your in enhancing your strategic capabilities and in facilitating the work that otherwise would be long and tedious. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Center Director, Dr. John Orindi, the faculty and staff. Your rigorous mentorship and tireless guidance have shaped these graduates into industry leaders. To the families and friends, thank you for your unwavering support. You provided the foundation upon which these dreams were built. And since there are many senior people from Uganda here, I remember there is a song in Chiganda that says, Wambuza obankwagara, amazima kwagara, erakwe nambemo. Now you have to tell others that this is nambemo, this is number one. Okay. So to the class of 2026, go forth, innovate, and lead the future of public relations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dean. I feel you didn't give him that clap that he deserved, right? Yes, thank you so much. That was truly inspiring. It's nice to have a professor among in our midst. Some of us may not get there, but we thank God for you, and thank you so much for the support that you continue to accord the CIPR program. And I'm sure we are happy to collaborate. The table that Frank is there, Mugabe. Yes, please, let's focus here. Thank you. And I'm sure with working together with the faculty, especially School of Journalism, we can do much more. What CIPR does is that it brings the theory, the practical part. In class, you see it, you learn a lot of theory, but CIPR is very practical. And this is what our students are missing. Even the interns that come to organizations, you have to now start from scratch. How do you do a press release? What do you do with media, So theory, CIPR, practical. So tunatafuta kazi. All right. So at this point, we've really been waiting for this, and we'd like to present your certificates. I know you're excited. So we are going to do this. Nekesa, please assist. And I'd like to invite tutumie sio lingine kubwa pale. Okay, please give us a few minutes. We organize here. We can have some music. You can stand up and stretch, move around and say hi to people. And please have some tea, some coffee, some snacks before we have lunch. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that commercial break. I'd like to request those who are outside to please come in. We're about to get into the most exciting part. Hapo. Ama ukuje hapa. Mchele. Wataka hii?
Graduates, are you ready? This is what you will take home. You'll be telling the story, but the photo, this photo is what you will take home, and this video. By the way, we are live on YouTube. So yeah, we are. If any of the graduates is not in the group, we are using the hashtag CIPR qualified capital Q and CIPR UON graduation. Those are the two hashtags. I believe I've shared the handles of the CIPR UON pages, and this is the sixth CIPR graduation. So when you're called, the whole idea, we really want you to be in a celebratory mood. Let it not end. Please take your time. Ni kama unajua the way the bride makes us wait for her. So please take your time. We want you to come dancing, be happy. And then you stand in between Mr. Orindi and the dean when you receive your certificate for that photo, right? All right. So, and then the rest of us, applause. This is the time. Now the coffee, the sugar, the coffee and the kasnak was for the energy for this time, right? So we have the privilege of starting with Kala. Kala Aboda. Kindly applause, round of applause. A round of applause for Carla, please. So sorry, it's the dean who is awarding. So I'll give it dean, then you give the graduate. That's okay. All right. So next we have Apollo Moginda. Let's a round of applause for Apollo, please, as he walks here. So we are trying as much as we can to get our level best danceable music that will not be flagged for copyright because we are live. You can open the folder. You have your 2 certificates inside. Yes, like that. Yes. Congratulations, Apollo. Apollo was the class rep. Oh, even Carla. Yes, Carla and Apollo were the class rep. So good job. Congratulations, Apollo. Yeah. Karibu sana, Apollo. And congratulations. Next in line, we have Jacob Ampeire. Jacob, am I saying that second name right? Please come dancing. Sijasikia makofi ya Jacob. Congratulations, Jacob. Did you hear that CIPR can lift your self-esteem? Guys, if you had that testimonial, or you did hear, I had that. So next in line, we have the guy who went to fight with the bulls and the horses, Mr. Peter Opio, please, a round of applause.
Let's stir it up. That body belong on TV. Oh, this feeling I get high. Feeling up my mind. And I just don't know why.
It's a rare thing to hear that a man went on a solo date to celebrate himself. A good round of applause. That's what I had. If you heard what I had. So that's very rare. Congratulations, Peter. As we continue, now this one, the girl with the strongest voice. I'm going to use my opinion on all of you. Pal Natamba. She must have been the girl with the strongest voice in the room. And I know her calls just, but lucky enough, I don't have any of your numbers in my phone book because I will be intimidated with the phone calls. So I just pick randomly. Congratulations, Pal. Congra- you can take as many photos. Please don't be in a hurry. Congratulations, Pal. The next in line, we have Matthias Mahaga. I think this is the one who came with his whole family, right? Congratulations, Matthias. This is Mansolo. According to Mr. Orindi, from his class, he was the only one who made it to the end. Congratulations, Matthias. Congratulations, Matthias. Congratulations once again. So the way we are calling them out, what was it? No criteria was used to arrange these certificates. By the way, they're as random as they come. You're qualified, Sindio. So this girl, let me say a little story about her. She was always, if we are writing the papers, she was always calling to postpone. And I will ask her, why are you postponing submission? And she would not give me a good reason. And I'm just telling her, can you just write? Catherine Gatetwa. She used to stress, she knows herself. But finally, she would submit and she would always pass, by the way. All the time she has postponed. I don't know the reason. Congratulations, Catherine. Yeah. Yeah. And also from her class. How many have graduated from your class? Maybe you're the second one. You have no, your original class. You had like, yeah. Congratulations, Catherine. When you join CIPR, we tell you a deadline is a deadline. And people think we are joking. This is on orientation day. And they just think, then when it comes, when you're writing and it's time to submit, and now deadlines can be negotiated. I don't know where that comes from. Anyway, so the man of the hour, this guy, Munona, he's the one who sang for us East African anthem. He arranged us here. Can you round of applause for Frank Mugabe? Congratulations, Frank. Yes, that's the way to do it. I should have started with Frank. Congratulations, Frank. It's rare to see someone who's as tall as Mr. Orindi. It's not easy. Karibu, Frank. Congratulations, Frank. So the next person is one of those people who joined while I myself was struggling. I think I was receipting and I'm working and I'm still the admin. And she joined and she came to the wrong person for advice, me. And that time, I'm struggling with receipting. So I have to tell her, you're doing it, right? You're doing it and we are doing it. But nilishamuzia uoga. Round of applause for Esha Shilo. But you heard she made it, right? Congratulations, Esha. You're the only one who knows the trouble of, writing papers when you're during pregnancy, after pregnancy, guys. It's not easy. All of those are 2 degrees. Yeah, congratulations, Esha. You didn't say so many things. Congratulations, Esha. So the next one, hey, this one sijui tutasimama. We need to stand for this. Anyway, so she's a reverend, a bishop, someone who is still studying and doing more papers apart from this. Reverend, sijui ni Reverend Bishop Masi Mwangi, or I just say Masi Mwangi. Congratulations, Masi. She's still adding on qualifications apart from this. She's still in school. She still has a PhD. She has PhDs. Yeah. Congratulations, Master. We celebrate you. And she never gives up. Also, from her class, we can count how many have graduated. Yeah. So, yeah. So when you come, you see, when we interact with you often, we know a little bit about what you're struggling with, how many papers you're doing. Congratulations. She's in the middle of her. Oh, nice. Congratulations. So the next person, actually, we should clap for her for being the most resilient person in the room. Let me tell you why. Mariam joined the center when she's in Unit 3, and yet she had started with another cohort in Uganda. And she's here today physically. She just sat with her parents, and yet she doesn't, have the privilege of having interacted with the rest of us virtually as much as the others have interacted. Congratulations, Mariam. Thank you for coming all the way. That's how much she wanted to finish the qualifications. She said the other place were a bit wasting her, the process. So she transferred and came and completed. Yeah. Shake hands with Mr. Orindi. Shake hands with Miriam. Congratulations, Mariam. And thank you. Even the parents are all the way to come and celebrate you, right? You want to take a photo? There's, we'll call the parents. All right. So the next graduate, hey, this is a very official, professional. She used to call me and tell me her things straight, knowing the records of everything, where her everything is. Rebecca Wangeshi. Kikuri. Congratulations, Rebecca. Rebecca never used to forget. There's a time she sent me her paper. It wasn't marked one cycle. Then it was marked the next. And where Rebecca can remind you, and you will not forget. She will call you, she will text. And I like that. Congratulations, Rebecca. Yeah. Congratulations. Next graduate, I would like to say she's the girl who would call me and she would talk to me as if we are best friends by the way she would talk and I would listen. Come on, Najijua. So Stacy Chepchumba, and she went through a very rough season in the middle of it all. She, wait, congratulations, Stacy. You made it. Stacy, you're here today. She's the one who's gotten a new job because of this certificate, right? Yeah. Yes. But there are more photo opportunities, guys. We have a red carpet and a better like media banner outside. That's where we are going to have our photos with parents, our photos with even the group photo that we're going to have as graduates. We're doing it outside. These two graduates, we celebrate them in absentia. Let me just read their names. Namukura Roni. Roni is one graduate who has really stuck through the process. She's away. She was supposed to be online. Yes, yes. She really fought through the process from her class and she graduated. And Trisha Nicole Oye, I think she was in your class, Apollo. Yes, so Trisha confirmed a bit late, but she stuck through the process and told me I couldn't make it, but I will graduate. So let's celebrate them in absentia. And congratulations to all of you once again. So yes, you can sit, but before we want to go outside to have a photo moment. Yes, yes. But before we go, maybe Miriam, you can give a vote of thanks, and we can have one student, one candidate can represent the candidates, the graduates. One of you can, yeah.
Thank you so much, Esther. Allow me to start by recognizing the presence of the Dean Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Professor Jack Odiambo. It's good to have you here, sir. Allow me also recognize the presence of the CIPR program leader, program coordinator, Mr. John Orindi. He deserves a standing ovation, honestly. Why not? Allow me also to recognize here with us the administrator, Esther Nekesa. Nekesa is a Ugandan name, and for some time I thought you were Ugandan. You are? Ah, good to have you here. UG has strong representation in Kenya, and that's why we need to take more advantage of this. Allow me also to recognize the course lead, Miss Miriam. It's good to have you here. It's been a very good journey. And of course, all the graduates today, now graduates. Round of applause to yourself. And then most humbly and honorably recognize all the parents that have turned up here. You've represented all our parents. Let's give them a round of applause, graduates. Thank you to our sisters, brothers, special persons that have turned up to be with us. It's been great. But most importantly, to most heartedly thank the team from the University of Nairobi, the accredited center, for a job well done. They deserve a round of applause, and let's give them, not just while seated, let's stand up and thank them for a good job well done. Let's go. Wimbo ni tamu sana. It fits the occasion. It's been a pleasure having our study at the University of Nairobi Accredited Center. You can be sure that the profile has raised higher with this graduation because it's not been easy. Like you've heard, you have one person passing in a particular cohort, 2 people, 3 people. It's not easy. Needs lots of dedication, commitment, but you've pushed us to the limit and we want to support you. Mr. Rindi, you've been really so good because whenever we get to you, you're very supportive. Whenever you're online, you give us this counseling that, makes us move on. Like they said, Esther, being an admin is not easy because we throw at you all the problems and you need to solve them, including extending deadlines that are not extendable. You see, if you're making a submission, it's online and there is time to eat. The clock is ticking. They will tell you deadline is 55 minutes past 3 p.m. and the clock will be ticking. When you log on, it will show you. You have 2, 1, a few seconds to go before you submit. So how do you request for extension of an online system? You can't. It just closes you out. So really, it's been that's why it's been very, very requiring lots of commitment to ensure that we hit the deadlines and make this. But more importantly, the knowledge, the professional knowledge is the most amazing part of it. That we are going to see things differently already. We are doing things differently. And the magic was telling us to think around campaigns around our organizations. So you can imagine we have completed courses, but are now going to run campaigns. I'm personally going to run a new campaign this financial year that started 1st July, based on what I did in my Unit 3. So you can imagine. It's quite amazing. And I know once that campaign comes to a close, 12 months from now, the organization is going to have a different leverage in terms of profile among the public, in terms of how they understand what we do. We are into agricultural research, Yokalo here. So it takes lots of people and knowledge sharing for them to understand how these agricultural technologies that are new in nature, how they can be applied and enable farmers achieve the maximum outputs from what they are engaged in. That is always a challenge. People go into agriculture, but how to unlock it fully? It's about the knowledge gap. Otherwise, the technology is generated, but the knowledge on how to rightly put this into practice is what we are trying to unlock. And the knowledge I got from this course is going to help me unlock that bit. And I'm sure I'll report to you after 12 months. To close this all, I'd like to thank you once again as the University of Nairobi. please pass our regards to the review team in the UK. We've talked to them on email. We are proud of them, what they do. They have been very cordial to us, very, they have handled us like parents. They also give us counseling while communicating to us in emails about our results. They are very cordial. Even if you've failed, there is a way they address the failure and you're thinking, okay, I take it. Let me take another shot. So please pass our warm regards to the team in the UK. We appreciate them for ensuring that comms and PR is elevated to another level globally, because now we look at things in a global perspective. With that, I'd like to thank you and wish all of us good progress in what we do.
That was really like touching. Yeah. So we want to start with the graduates, a group photo just outside here with the dean, CIPR program coordinator, with your certificates, with your folders. And then now we can go to photo with the parents. There's a very nice place just outside here. Our photographer is there. He will take over from there. And then we have lunch. Immediately you finish with your photos, please take your lunch, come back. Let's eat, network. We are also recording videos, testimonials for our graduates. Then after that, we'll call it a day. I hope you have had fun. And these days, let's interact, let's network as we go on. Thank you.